Morning everyone. Just as we pass my local synagogue with its close protection team. Oh, it's a fucking horrible world we live in, isn't it? It really is. Anyway, enough of that shit. I say enough of that shit, I'll probably end up talking about it because it's fairly central to my mind at the moment. Yeah, what's going on? It's MOT day for Blue. I completely forgot, it ran out last Saturday. And I spent all of the week before last trying to remind myself to do something about it, but work is manic at the moment, like ridiculous. I'm getting so little time to do anything bar. Just fucking never got to it. It wasn't really a drama, or too much of a drama, because I was training in a lot last week anyway, so you know, I don't need to. I'm very fortunate in many ways. I'm very fortunate in the fact that, you know, I'm in the burbs of London. I work in central London. TfL within limits is really good, so I jump on a bus, jump on a train, don't even have to change, and it takes me all the way into work. And time wise it's comparable to the bike, mostly due to London traffic more than anything else. So you know, I bike into work when I want to bike into work rather than necessarily I need to. The one thing about public transport is that it can be a little bit hit and miss. So when it comes to timing, so I do need the bike next week because I've got another fucking manic one, and I need to be, you know, in certain places in certain times, and that's easier to guarantees pushing it too far, but it's easier to confirm on a bike than it is on public transport. There's just a few less variables. However, one of the variables is that it does need to move, or it does need to be legal. So yeah, I am on the way into Maitland Racing, which is the same place that Charlie, the motorcycle rescuer, uses. It's not far away from him, so I may pop in on the way back, see how he's getting on, see if he's picked up a new project. He's in the lull between several storms at the moment because he's finished a lot of his projects, and he's now just looking for the next one really. So I don't know if he's going to be in, but I'll drop him a line and maybe we'll do a little bit of a crossover, but we shall see. So yeah, it's a beautiful day, absolutely stunning. It's a bit cold, but I'm wrapped up. The winter gloves have come out of retirement. I haven't bothered with the I've got like hand grip baffles that I used last winter. I haven't bothered with them, it's not that cold yet, and they look fucking stupid. So I'll be alright without for now. Yeah, other stuff. Bike. Mick, the XJ650, oh that was a surprise. Into the sunlight. I'm not entirely sure that you can come out of. I think that's an entrance only that you just popped out of, but hey. The XJ650, why are you crawling? Fucking weirdo driver. I've done the underside of the tank. that was a pain in the arse. It's incredibly unglamorous. I didn't bother filming any of it, but getting the paint stripper in, getting the remnants of the paint out from a, you know, a relatively confined space is a fucking nightmare. So that was paint stripper over several evenings, rubbing it down, wire wheels, they look like paintbrush ends, you know, the slightly pointy ones. Oh, I'll stick a picture up if I remember. And I got the lot off. I had to several times remind myself this is the underside of a tank mat. It's not so much it's never going to be seen, but it doesn't have to be fucking pristine, and I realised I spend more time on the underside of that tank than I do on the top side of most other tanks, which is a little bit daft. So I did have to calm myself down, rubbed it down with wire wool, chucked a load of rust converter on because there was corners that I just really couldn't get to, and the last thing that I wanted to do was put paint over the top of it. It's only like flash rust, you know, it's not, there was no structural rust in there at all. It's actually in quite good nick. So a bit of rust converter, then primer, then Halford's black satin, you know, what I had, and then some cheapy lacquer, again what I had, just to try and give it some protection, and actually it's looking pretty good. Then it rained. I got little dots all over it, and I'll put some pictures up with some video, but it was one of those "oh, for fuck's sake, but it's not the end of the world" moments, because fundamentally it is the underside of a tank. The paint is there to protect it, not to make it look pretty. So yeah, that was fucking annoying. So that's done. So this weekend, if I can find a fuel filter from somewhere, I might actually have to try and remember to ask Maitland if they've got any. If I can find a small fuel filter, because there's a very limited space between that tank and between the tank and the car, but it's tiny. Get the replacement petcock put on there, because the original I've codged to run off a bottle to run as a secondary tank. Could just zoom up the middle, but I don't want anyone to turn into me. Yeah, I could. So I need to mount the petcock, get that tank on. I really want to run a filter because that tank has been derusted, but it's alright, I think. I will probably reseal it at some stage, but I want to try it on the tank with a decent with a decent fuel coming through to it. And I want to see if that bike, ideally, I'd love to see if that bike moves this weekend. I need to do a lot of tidying up of wiring because it's all dangling out the back, but that would be my ideal. Now I don't think I'm going to get there, but I do think I can at least get that tank mounted relatively securely. I don't have any of the mounting bolts or rubbers to go underneath it. It's something that I've steered away from buying until I've really known what tank I was going to use, to be brutally honest. Can't be a bit of pulling away in second. I fucking hate this roundabout. Everybody just makes shit up, including your man there. Yeah, so I want to get the tank mounted and just put the bike vaguely back together. I haven't touched the top side of the tank yet, nor do I particularly intend to yet, as long as it does what a tank should do, i.e. holds fuel. That's enough for me at the moment, or holds and delivers fuel. That's enough for me at the moment. Yeah, cool. So that's where we are. I am hiding away from the world in my garage, because the world's a fucking crazy place at the moment. Sod it, it's going to do some weird things to my algorithm, but sod it. in a rare moment of self-awareness, I've skipped this bit because you don't really want to hear about my views on the world and everything that's going wrong with it and trials and tribulations across the world. And I realise this is pure escapism for me and probably for you as well. So I'll skip this lolatosh of me just talking rubbish about what's wrong with the world and how it needs fixing. And we'll just go back to what it's about. Fucking around with bikes. Right, so there we go. That's a clean MOT from Maitland. Although I have just realised I've got absolutely fuck all fuel. I'm almost bingoed. So let's just nip around the corner to the petrol station. Unfortunately, I'm not going to cross over with Charlie, motorcycle rescuer, today. He's not in the garage today. So, which is a bit of a shame. Might be nice for a catch up. I've been chatting away on Messenger with him while I was eating my breakfast. So Maitland is the MOT place that Charlie uses and kind of showed me. They're fucking lovely people in there. Always have a nice chat and standing around talking bollocks for ages after you've done your bike. Just chatting about his business, how business has gone, how the Ules and Ules expansion has treated him and the trade in general, and the number of people that it's just pushed off bikes, who now really can't really struggle to justify the expense of having them. That's all right, mate. Got a nice thumbs up there for not cutting him off. I am driving by wire / sat-nav to the petrol station because I am completely empty. I didn't even fucking look when I got on. I was in such a rush to get out because I was running a bit late that I neglected to even notice. And as you can tell by there's loads of dust on this bike, it's done bugger away. Obviously it hasn't been ridden for the last week because I had no MOT, but it's done nothing really for a couple of weeks beforehand. I've been mostly training it into work, partly because the weather's been so pants, and I am an all year and all weather biker, but frankly there's times in the morning and it's, you know, like half dark, that you just go, nah, sod it, jump on the train. Kind of what it's for. Where is this petrol station then? Because I am going to start coughing and fucking spluttering soon. I don't like running bikes down to empty because it just sucks shit through the filters. But I am on fumes. I don't actually know if I zeroed my odometer last time. I think I did. 137. That's probably as much as I've squeezed out of a tank before, I think. I don't do the most efficient riding in the world because it's all stop-starty. It doesn't tend to do a lot of well, what it's designed for. Long cruises. Petrol station to the rescue. Fucking expensive petrol station. Really expensive petrol station, good God. Go juice, please. Alright, I'll probably jump you back in when I get home because this is just going to be a bit dull otherwise. I'll catch you later. Ta-da.